Stock market is a marketplace where investors invest or trade through various financial instruments. The financial instruments are like bonds and stocks. And why stock market is important for a country? Because it influences the monetary policy of RBI and also the GDP of a country. But in the past few years, what we have seen that there are various scams related to this share market. And just like the Harshad Mehta scam, Sharda scam, so these are the scams we have witnessed in past few years. So it's very important for a country to regulate all these scams. It also raises question on a country that why these scams are happening despite of having such good governance policy and such good framework policy for RBI and other economic institution. Hello everyone, welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today we are going to discuss an important topic of economy. So this topic is important from GS3 perspective. And what is the title of today's topic? SMS scam in share market. Moving ahead. Before moving to the points of discussion, first of all we will discuss previous day question. So your question is, consider the following statement regarding Ganga Vilas cruise, and in this only two statements are correct, which is first and second, and third statement is wrong. Here it is 51 days. So your answer would be only to B. Moving to the points of discussion part. First of all, we will discuss news, then a brief about Sebi, the scam, modus operandi, advice to investors, practice question for prelims. Moving to the news part. So in the recent, what we have seen that Sebi has restrained 135 entities from accessing the securities market because they are involved in the fraudulent activities. And what are the fraudulent activities? Because they have circulated a message which is buy recommendation kind of message in the market, and with that there were so many discrepancies happen in the economic system and in the share market. So this is the news. Moving to the next slide, which is a brief about Sebi. Why we are here discussing Sebi? Because Sebi is an institution which regulates all kind of these things. So Sebi is whose full form is Security and Exchange Board of India, and it was constituted on April 12, 1988 through a resolution of Government of India, and earlier it was a non-statutory body, but in 1992 it has become a statutory body. I'll also make a difference between what is statutory body and what is non-statutory body. So statutory body is made by an act of parliament. On the other hand, non-statutory made by a resolution of the Government of India. So here act is not involved, and statutory bodies advice and whatever the suggestion it gives are binding in nature. On the other hand, non-statutory bodies advices are only advisory in nature. So this is the basic difference between these two. And what is the aim of the Sebi? To protect the interest of the investor and also promote the development of the stock exchange, stock market and share market, and it also regulate the share market. So this is the aim of the Sebi. Moving to the main part, what is this scam it had witnessed in the past few days? So the scam was that the Sebi has investigated that 5 small company has abnormally seen rise in trade and volume of their prices. And who are these companies? So these companies are Maurya Udyog Limited, 7NR Retail Limited, Darjeeling Ropeway Company Limited, GBL Industries and Vishal Fabrics. Here the name of the companies are not important, but you need to know that who are the companies involved here. And here we are studying a term which is called scrips. So what is scrips? So scrips is a document or a certificate through which a shareholder can get that he or she has a share in a company. On the other hand, scrip is also given to the shareholder that he can take the share in the company through cash or through the company stock. So this is a brief introduction of this scrip. So this is the scam. On the other hand, Sebi has also investigated few things. The few investigation are that it has observed certain commonalities in the trading patterns. So here we trade, so many companies, so many people are doing trading nowadays, but you know there is no commonalities, but here they have found commonalities between various entities. So they have a doubt that why this is happening. On the other hand, you know there is also a common feature which is called buy recommendation SMS, which has been circulated in the market, and because of this circulation there is a rise in the prices and volume of the share market. and why there is such rise in prices and volume in the share market, because of the fraudulent activities by few entities. So this is the investigation by the SEBI. Moving ahead, what is the modus operandi of all these crimes and the scams which has been carried by various entities? So these crimes has been carried in two phases. The first phase is pre-SMS circulation phase, and the second is that post-SMS circulation phase. So in the market, there was a pre-circulation phase in which the few scripts were circulated, but they have not backed with any official or registered corporate companies or corporate authorities. And what these scripts has witnessed, that there is a substantial movement in their prices. On the other hand, after the post SMS circulation, the market has seen the rise in the prices and volume of the share. So these are the two things which is very correlational in nature. So this is modus operandi. And what is the result of this modus operandi? That prices of the shares and volumes have rose. And who are the entities involved here? So they are the entities like price volume influencers, SMS senders and offloaders. So what is their works? So price volume influencer, what you can say, they increase the prices of the share market, and the offloaders have sold all these shares on a high prices. So there is also correlational between all these terms, and SMS has also been sent to various investors with the name of buy recommendation. So they what we are seeing, that all these things are very correlational in nature, and they are very pre-planned crimes. So the government need to be very careful about such crimes. Here this SEBI has regulated all these entities and it has banned also, but this thing should not happen because it influences the MPC of the RBI. On the other hand, it also influences the GDP of any country. So this is the thing. And what advice it has given to the investor? It means who has given advice to whom? So SEBI has given advice to the investor. So first of all, it has given advice that people should not involved in fraudulent activities, and if anybody is involved in fraudulent activities, they will be punished with a high kind of punishment. On the other hand, we should not, nowadays, today's days of social media, and so many people are dependent on social media for any kind of information, but we need to be very cautious that which kind of messages, which kind of websites are true in nature. So we need to be very authentic in this sense, and investors should be careful about the registered authorities, that they should invest with the registered authority, they should buy the stock and bonds with the registered authorities. And this also gives a question of cyber crimes, and because these things are not just economic crimes in nature, they are also cyber crimes in nature, because here SMS scam is involved, so many websites are involved. So these two are also correlational in nature. So this is for today's class. We will look for the practice question for prelims. This is very simple practice question. So your question is, who is the chairperson of Securities and Exchange Board of India? Your first option is Falguni Nayar, second is Soma Mandal, Madhuri Puri Bitch and Roshni Nadar. You have to answer this in the comment section, and you have to also practice this topic for the mains thing, that you have to find the recommendation, that what government has recommended, what SEBI has recommended, and what the RBI has stance on these kind of economic crimes and cyber crimes which is happening in any country, and what are the loopholes and how these things should be taken forward so that our GDP should not be affected. So this question is important from prelims, and this topic is very important from mains perspective also. I hope you like this lecture. If you have any queries related to this lecture, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.